After the coronation of Denmark's new king, Frederick V, his beloved and only wife, Crown Princess Mary, became the queen consort. Shortly after their wedding, the monarch's wife quickly earned a reputation as one of the most stylish members of royal families, not just in Europe, but across the globe. Today, we will explore the jewelry that the newly crowned queen has inherited. The future Danish queen was born in 1972 in the distant and mysterious land of Australia. She spent her childhood in Tasmania, where her mother worked as an assistant to the vice-chancellor of the University of Tasmania, and her father was a professor of mathematics. Mary is the youngest in her family with two older sisters, Patricia and Jane, and an older brother, John. Mary Donaldson is often compared to Kate Middleton in the press, primarily due to their striking resemblance. Additionally, both are style icons, with each public appearance being closely scrutinized and their outfits dissected in detail. These two women share something else in common. Both married princes, despite not having aristocratic backgrounds. Mary's parents are not of noble blood. They are ordinary Australians, albeit from academic circles. One evening in 2000, Mary was relaxing at a bar owned by her friends in Sydney when a foreigner who had come to the Olympic Games with his friends walked in. Mary immediately caught the eye of the young man, but as she flirted with him, she had no idea that she was speaking to the future king of Denmark. It was only later that her friends revealed he was a prince. The future husband and wife initially corresponded in secret, with no one suspecting that the heart of one of the world's most eligible bachelors was already taken. But soon, their secret was unveiled. On November 15, 2001, the Danish magazine Bild Blade published news that had the effect of a bombshell. Prince Frederick had a girlfriend named Mary. That same year, she left her native Australia and moved to Denmark. The marriage of Crown Prince Frederick and Mary Donaldson undoubtedly became the event of the year, not only in Denmark but throughout Europe, as the future king had wed. The couple was wed at the Cathedral Church of the Virgin Mary in Copenhagen, while the celebration took place at the picturesque Fredensborg Palace on the island of Zealand. Around 400 guests gathered for the event. On the wedding day, all eyes were on the bride. The princess's gown was crafted by Uffe Frank, a Danish designer who had trained under Armani. The luxurious yet refined dress featured a corset and was made from ivory satin. The sleeves were 3/4 in length and the voluminous skirt was adorned with an unusual draping. Particular attention was drawn to the Danish Queen Mary's wedding tiara. In 2004, Queen Margrethe II and Prince Henrik of Denmark reportedly acquired this antique diamond tiara, likely at an auction, before the wedding of their eldest son, Crown Prince Frederick, to Australian Mary Donaldson. Mary first wore the tiara on her wedding day. Prior to that, she had worn the Danish ruby parure at pre-wedding gala dinners. In the early years after her marriage, Crown Princess Mary reserved the ruby parure for the most special occasions, such as the annual New Year's court, preferring to wear her wedding tiara at numerous state banquets. Having worn it nearly 30 times, this tiara is the most frequently used of all Mary's tiaras. The wedding tiara is a versatile piece, as it can also be converted into a necklace. However, Crown Princess Mary only wore it as a necklace once, at a state dinner at the Government House in Sydney during her visit to Australia in 2005. In 2011, the tiara was modified by Marianne Dulong to allow it to be worn with added pearls, while still retaining the original configuration, which was also worn several times. The pearl version of the tiara has been worn to several state banquets and in portraits. Since Crown Princess Mary acquired and began wearing her tiara necklace, which I will discuss later, the wedding tiara has appeared only twice. Now let's return to the Danish Queen Mary's diamond necklace. The tiara, created around 1900 to 1910, was sold as a necklace made of diamonds, rubies, and spinels set in gold and silver, along with a pair of matching earrings, at the Brun Rasmussen auction in Copenhagen in May 2012. It is reported that both items were purchased by Crown Princess Mary herself for €8,050. The auction notes indicated that the necklace had previously been used as a tiara, but a new setting was required along with some repairs, including the addition of several missing gemstones. Crown Princess Mary debuted her antique diamond necklace at a concert in Aarhus, celebrating Queen Margrethe's 75th birthday in 2015, at the same time debuting the diamond earrings. This surprised many royal observers who suspected that the necklace could be worn as a tiara. The piece made its debut as a tiara less than a year later, when Queen Margrethe hosted a gala dinner at Christiansborg Palace. By 2017, the diamond necklace tiara had replaced Crown Princess Mary's wedding tiara as her favorite. The diamond necklace tiara solidified its status as her favorite in 2019 when it was worn to the Danish New Year's reception for the first time. Let's get acquainted with the midnight tiara, once worn by Queen Maria of Denmark. Crafted from leaves and delicate branches of silver, 18-karat rose and white gold, and adorned with 31 specially cut moonstones and 1,340 brilliant cut diamonds, this masterpiece captures the colors, light, and shadow effects of a starry midnight sky, hence its name, the Midnight Tiara. Designed by Charlotte Lingard of Ola Lingard Copenhagen, the tiara was meticulously handcrafted by the company's jewelers just in time for an exhibition at the Amalienborg Palace Museum in 2009, where it caught the eye of Crown Princess Mary. Later that year, Crown Princess Mary borrowed the midnight tiara along with a pair of earrings and a brooch from the Ole Lingard Copenhagen Midnight Collection. Subsequently, a deal was struck allowing Crown Princess Mary to wear the tiara, valued at 1.5 million Danish kroner without owning it, as a way to promote modern Danish design. Over the years, the midnight tiara has been frequently displayed both in Denmark and abroad, notably at various exhibitions. Now let's move on to equally exquisite brooches, starting with the Connaught sapphire brooch. At some special daytime events, Queen Mary of Denmark wears a stunning family brooch featuring sapphires and diamonds, which boasts a long royal history spanning 5 generations. The Connaught sapphire brooch, set with a large faceted sapphire surrounded by diamonds, features pearl pendants hanging from the main element and a floral diamond and pearl drop. It was a wedding gift to Princess Louise Margaret of Prussia when she married Prince Arthur, Duke of Connaught, Queen Victoria's third son in 1879, presented by Colonel Stannard. At the time, the Washington Post described it as a breastpin with a sapphire encrusted in diamonds. The Duchess of Connaught was never photographed wearing the brooch, nor was her daughter, Crown Princess Margaret of Sweden, who added pearl garlands to it. After her death in 1920, the sapphire brooch was inherited by her only daughter, who became Queen Ingrid of Denmark. Queen Ingrid reserved the Connaught sapphire brooch for the most solemn occasions and later gifted it to her eldest daughter, Queen Margrethe, during her lifetime. Queen Margrethe wore the brooch sparingly, notably at the christening of her eldest grandson, Prince Nikolai, in 1999, and during a state visit from Japan to Denmark. In 2006, Queen Margrethe gifted the brooch to her daughter-in-law, Crown Princess Mary, in honor of the birth of her eldest son, Prince Christian. The Crown Princess first wore the brooch at Prince Christian's christening and continued to wear it sparingly, following the careful tradition of her mother-in-law and grandmother. Another remarkable piece is the diamond floral brooch of Queen Maria of Denmark. This stunning brooch, designed with 6 petals and alternating diamonds encircling a large central stone, originally belonged to Prince Henrik's mother, Countess Renée Yvonne de Laborde de Montpezat. She famously wore it as a clasp for her pearl necklace during the banquet celebrating Queen Margrethe and Prince Henrik's 25th wedding anniversary in 1992. The brooch was inherited by Prince Henrik in 2001, and in 2004 he gifted it to his new daughter-in-law, Crown Princess Mary, as a wedding present. The diamond floral brooch has graced several ceremonial events, with Crown Princess Mary often choosing it for funerals and memorial services, including the reburial of Empress Maria Feodorovna in St. Petersburg. Which of these stunning jewels impressed you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments.